one major tendency is that compared to a few decades ago, what I call the kingdoms within the spiritual field are falling apart. That is, earlier you could say that you belong to a certain group, that you feel affiliated with a certain school of thinking, but that is more and more falling apart. People are taking impulses, influences from so many sources now, and we are mixing things in many new ways. But at the same time, you see certain tendencies in the spiritual paradigm coming forth, which are in many ways different from the age of Pisces and the old world impulses. So the new tendencies seem to have more to do with practical spirituality. We're not seeking heaven the same way. We are seeking earth. We are finding new ways of practicing spirituality so that we both are purifying ourselves, but we're not aiming towards the high spiritual goals of pure being. We are more trying to find ways of how can I be myself and at the same time be soul-infused. How can I work with oneness and at the same time be a personality? How can I work with love and still not be like spaced out in my way of working with love? So practical spirituality seems to be a major tendency and even an increasing tendency. Also, I see that we start working more with how to use our spiritual insights in ways which are more, we may call them magical, or how to be creative in our spirituality. And there we see a bridge to the business life. So 20 years ago we saw like business life and most of what happened in society as one line, spirituality as another line, but we see those two lines mixing more and more. So sometimes I tend to say, oh, there's more happening in modern business life in the Western world towards spirituality than what's happening in the spiritual groups. And mainly what I'm looking at there is sense of well-being is emphasized, ethics is emphasized, creativity is emphasized, that people want to develop in their jobs, and interaction between people, and a lot of what is actually spiritual values, insights, spiritual rules about how things are working in the universe are being applied in modern business life. Simply because they find that works. It works. You need to have the human aspect, you need to have your value systems, you need to have spiritual integration or ethical integration, and you need to have the so-called soft values integrated. And much of that is actually from spirituality. So sometimes I wonder, where do they get it from? And probably in the past 10, 15 years, a lot of people in business life actually have been in seminars, in courses, have read books, and then slowly they bring those values into modern business life as well.